No way!
Arthur Scargill arrested, and there's more violence. The police say enough is enough. Mrs. Thatcher says it's mob rule. Good evening. Violence on the miners' picket lines reached a new level today. This morning, Arthur Scargill was arrested outside the Orgreave coking plant. This afternoon, there were more clashes there, and the police said it wasn't a picket, it was a riot. They said they'd never seen anything like it. It was the second day of violence in South Yorkshire. Mrs. Thatcher said there was an attempt to substitute mob rule for the rule of law. The NUM is planning a mass lobby of Parliament next week, but tomorrow there's another attempt to find a way to end the strike. Secret talks between miners' leaders and the coal board. Mr. Scargill had appeared in court this afternoon. He was released on bail after denying a charge of obstruction. James Robbins reports on his arrest and what followed.
7:40 this morning at Orgreave. Arthur Scargill appeared heading a column of miners. Their president wanted to stop well short of the area where the police intended to confine the pickets, and he stood his ground.
You've got pavement.
Come on, keep moving.
No.
Don't keep moving.
No.
Don't keep moving.
No.
Keep moving.
No.
Move.
No.
I said move. I'm saying said move. Come on, let's get moving. Get moving. Move. Get moving.
Stop it.
Come on, go.
No way.
Listen, move.
No way.
Listen.
No way.
You're blocking the footpath. Right, arrest him then. He's under arrest. Right. Get up.
Just obstructed my path, and you've arrested me for no reason whatsoever.
The arrest was made by a chief superintendent, apparently expecting trouble, but Mr. Scargill insisted he hadn't planned his own arrest.
Where are you intending to be arrested? Steady, gents.
I was intending to go pick it peacefully.
Out you go.
The arrest of the miners' leader provoked no significant trouble during the rest of the morning, but peace quickly evaporated in a very hot afternoon, with the arrival of the second of today's convoys to collect coke for British Steel at Scunthorpe. The pickets were without their leader, and they were getting angry. There were many fewer miners than yesterday, but they seemed really determined to get to the lorry drivers they so hate. At one stage, it seemed the police line might break. Reinforcements were ordered and brought up, and then they charged. The horses were sent in, and the situation quickly broke down.
Well, I'm getting in between them.
The police say they were forced to charge, but the miners allege deliberate aggression and brutality as they were gradually driven away from the coking plant.
Charlie, watch the stones.
But from the pickets there was concerted stone throwing and a new heavy weapon, a telegraph pole intended to roll onto the police lines. And then a hint of fresh tactics copied from Northern Ireland. A portable cabin thrown across the road by miners and set alight as a barricade, something the miners didn't want us to film. The police were now calling this a riot, and they reacted by calling up hundreds of extra men, fresh men for a series of renewed charges. Pickets trying to run across nearby fields were chased by men with dogs. Meanwhile, the miners' real target, the laden coke lorries bound for Scunthorpe, were by now almost forgotten as the police regrouped once more. Inevitably, there were injuries on both sides and arrests, although fewer than yesterday, 80 arrests then, 35 reported today.
He's kicking me! Kick him! He's kicking me! Kick him in the mouth!
The police dismissed suggestions it was their decision to arrest Arthur Scargill that sparked all of this. But these scenes were acknowledged to be unprecedented in a British industrial dispute.
As the fighting worsened at Orgreave, the police took Arthur Scargill to court in Rotherham. He arrived in a van with 4 other arrested pickets and was cheered by more than 200 miners who had gathered outside. In court, there were also cheers from a handful of miners in the public gallery. Mr. Scargill sat in the dock next to a uniformed policeman and heard police ask for a remand on the condition that he doesn't go within 1 mile of the Orgreave plant. But Mr. John Howell, defending Mr. Scargill, said such a condition was not necessary or appropriate. Mr. Scargill, he said, was a man with a responsible position in society and who was not a proven troublemaker. He also said that if Mr. Scargill was prevented from attending possible peace talks at Orgreave, then the interests of many people would suffer. The magistrate remanded Mr. Scargill on unconditional bail until July and wished a speedy end to the dispute. Afterwards, he was mobbed by miners who chanted their support. But eventually he made his way to his car and after a kiss from an admirer, he left vowing to return to the Orgreave picket line.